Hello everyone! This week I'm doing another novel illustration, and this week I had the lovely opportunity of reading Tarah, Woodblade by the author Trevor H. Cooley. Now, I really loved this book, and I really connected with Tarah's character. Little synopsis on the story itself. This is actually a sequel series to the author's first series, and his first series begins with, I think it's Eye of the Moon Rat? Something like that. So I didn't read the first series, but I kind of want to now so I can see where everything kind of began. So in the first series, there was a war that happened, and they had to bring down this evil wizard, and that much you can tell through this series. But this series focuses on what happens after the war. So there's all this power that's left over, and everyone's still trying to regroup. So they're the continent is at its weakest right now, so some people are trying to take advantage of that. So this book at least revolves around Tarah. Now, Tarah is a tracker and a woodsman, or woodswoman, I guess. So she earns a living by taking people through the woods and protecting them, and basically she knows her way around the woods, and people hire her to guide them through the terrain. So she's really good at what she does. She's an amazing tracker, but when the war happened, she got scared and she actually ran away from the war instead of helping to fight. And that's something that she struggles with throughout the whole book. So she puts on this front about how tough and how awesome she is, because she kind of has to, being a woman in this world. It's not easy, especially if she wants to prove how tough she is. And second of all, she has to prove how tough she is, and she needs to kind of put on a persona that she's this huge, tough, not afraid of anything, when in reality, she is human, and she does have anxiety and fears, but throughout the book, she's trying to deal with that and trying to overcome it. One sentence in this book that really stuck out to me about her character is, Tarah Woodblade isn't born. I just appeared one day cutting myself free from a bear's belly. So that kind of gives you an idea about just how tough and how just awesome this character is. I love her. She's awesome. So she comes back after the war, and she's trying to pick up the pieces of where she left off, and when she escaped from the war, she actually, on her way out, saved a whole bunch of people, and that is what everyone remembers her as. They don't remember her as someone who ran away. They remember her as someone who saved, like, an entire village of people. So she comes back, and she's trying to get her life back together. She's trying to, find out what happened in the war, reconcile with her family, go back home, all this stuff. But on her way, she actually picks up a job. Long story short, I don't want to get it too much away, but she ends up going on a journey with this dwarf trying to find something called a rogue horse. Now, a rogue horse, without giving too much away, is basically like a supernatural hybrid of a whole bunch of different animals, and they're really powerful, and someone's trying to take these rogue animals and use their power for their own, which is a big no-no. So she gets hired to go along with this dwarf to try to track down one of the animals, because remember, she's an amazing tracker. So she meets up with this dwarf, and I know I'm going to pronounce his name wrong. It's actually a running gag throughout the whole book that no one can pronounce this poor dwarf's name right. It's Jerry? Jerry? Something like that. But everyone calls him Jerry, because his name is hard to pronounce, and I'm sorry to Jerry. Whatever your name is, I'm so sorry. But he's, he's a dwarf. He's a rough and tumble. He actually, it's funny, when he explains that when he was a kid, he cursed too much, so his parents gave him one curse word to say, and that's turd. So, like, literally every other word out of this guy's mouth is turd, and I thought that was hilarious. So they go on an adventure. They're trying to track down this rogue horse. There's stuff's happening. It's wild, it's crazy, it's an adventure. There's magic, there's dwarves, there are elves, there are gnomes, there are trolls, ogres, all kinds of stuff. So if you like fantasy, you will love this book. If you like adventure, you'll like this book. And I know I love fantasy, I love fast-moving books, so I loved this book a lot. So Yes, that is the story. Another cool thing about this is that actually, also in a few chapters, tells a story through the eyes of the villain, which is something I haven't really seen before in these kind of books. So you also get to kind of see what the villain is doing and how the villain thinks, which I thought was really cool. So, see, I think this video is drawing to a close. Oh here, my green marker died throughout throughout me trying to finish this background. Poor marker. Anyway, rest in peace. So yep, go pick yourself up a copy of this book. It's amazing, and this guy has a whole other series. He has like 5 or 6 books in this other series. So pick up this book, go check out Trevor Cooley, his social media. I will post his links in the description bar, and at the end of the video you will see a snapshot of the cover, and go check it out. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!